line. Now, Danforth's a right-handed player out with a wrist injury to start the year. He's got one game in. He did take 2 draws last game, said he was fine. So we'll see if he gets on the dot here more tonight.
Sticks are down, puck is dropped. Off we go on a Saturday night for Nationwide with the Jackets on the Wild for the final time on the season. And now Ivan Provorov as the top defensive pair for Dean Evason, former head coach of the Minnesota Wild. This is Monahan across. Chinikov with a drive, and that's answered by Gustavsson. Kaprizov, Zuccarello, cross ice for Matt Boldy at 3 points in the opener against the Blue Jackets in St. Paul. Matt Boldy looking. 90 goals the last 2 years. Boldy, Kaprizov, snaps his shot and getting a piece was Tarasov. Fought for by Eriksson Ek. Zuccarello, Kaprizov to the net, and again the denial from Daniil Tarasov. Jumped on by Eriksson Ek, touched by Boldy to nobody in particular, and that will be a break for the Jackets as they're able to make a partial change of the penalty killing unit. Winding up is Kaprizov. Kaprizov tried to make a play off a shin pad, right back out to center ice. Jackets have killed 5 of 5 disadvantages over the last 2 games. 9 of 12 this season. Zuccarello chips it down the wall for Kaprizov. He stays on. He rolls around the pad of Tarasov. Puck is available and pounced on by Mikhail Putia. He will waste some time on the clear. 38 seconds to go in that tripping penalty to Matthew Olivier.
2 big saves by Tarasov. Great clear there by Putia. That top unit for the Wild off now. That's the key to this.
Now it's Johansson along with Gaudreau. Here's Johansson to the net. A chance shut down by Tarasov. Another big stop. Now Marcus Johansson sweeps it back to the right point. The forward Ogren is there. Locates Johansson, and the Jackets keep him to the outside. Find the puck cleared down, and that should do it. 10 seconds to go in the penalty to Matthew Olivier. Chisholm for Johansson. Weaving in will be Frederick Gaudreau. Gaudreau had it stabbed away to the corner. Now he spots Rossi. Rossi going across, snap toward the front, got knocked down, lands it behind the goal for Rossi. Marcus Foligno veers wide, flips it through the low slot, scooped up by Olivier, looking to knuckle it out of there, kept in the zone by Rossi. Severson had his pass blocked, leads to a chance right in front. Rossi shoots and scores. And there is that first goal. It belongs to the Minnesota Wild and Marco Rossi, 1-0 Minnesota.
Yeah, when the puck's in the corner, you're going to see 5 blue jerseys there. And for the blue, it goes to Ryan. So on the right side here, you can see he's a right-handed shot on the left side. He's just trying to chip that puck. It doesn't get out. And now the blue jersey's down. In this case, you should try to change sides. They don't. And as Trenton gets the turnover, you can see here that rolling puck still. Trenton gets his turnover. Impressive backhand pass to space. And Rossi alone. The Wild are on the board. And they're up 1-0. We talked about them not trailing so far this season.
Loosened by Rossi.
I didn't see the broken stick. I was wondering what happened there with Zach on the wall. You don't see that very often.
Rossi in the middle, quick pass for Brodin to the front, rattles around, backhand try, ball up, second try, third try, save made again, Tarasov sprawled out of the blue paint. He robs Rossi. What a sequence there, and the Jackets get the whistle.
Put him down in front of the net. I've never seen that before. I guess he's not allowed. It's illegal.
Blast by Chisholm is going to be stopped by Tarasov, and Marchenko will, and here he is, Kirill Marchenko with a shot. Covered by the Wild. They force it to center. Tap back to Werenski. Now it's Chinikov from long distance. In on Gustavsson. He'll keep it in play for the veteran Zach Bogosian. Cherry picking is Eriksson Ek. Had to wait to stay on side. And now it'll be played by Werenski. Kirill Marchenko on the top line at the end of a shift here. Marchenko 6 points. Chinikov 6 points to lead the team here in the early going. Matt Boldy chips it to Eriksson Ek from the angle. Got it to the net. Denied by Tarasov. 8 saves. Seems like there probably should be more. A couple of crazy scrambles. Just the one to beat him from Rossi. Here's Ogren with a wrist shot. Denied by Tarasov. Another huge save from Daniil Tarasov. And that leads to this. Sillinger leaving it top of the zone for Christensen. Christensen, the wrist shot stopped by Gustafsson. And he will seal it up. Daniil Tarasov.
Power play goal was late to make it 3-2 in Minnesota. It was that final push.
Monahan a face-off victory. Werenski slides it to Marchenko. Werenski, Chinikov inching in, surveys, fires. Rubbed away by Gustafsson. Wrapped around and out of the reach of Marchenko. 35.
Better exits, which means out of their own end. And hey, try to score on this power play and even the game right now and take momentum for this second period to start.
It is a golden opportunity for the first 70 seconds of the second period. Yegor Chinakhov with all 3 shots on goal in the first for Columbus. Underway here in period number 2. Zach Werenski will drop it back for Chinakhov. Chinakhov into enemy territory. Monahan, Chinakhov hacks it wide. It's around the wall to Sillinger. Sillinger surveys the scene. Now Kirill Marchenko. Marchenko inching in, loads up side of the goal for Sillinger. Sillinger back to Marchenko. He has Werenski as an option. Sillinger heads to the front of the net. Drop back, Werenski there. Fire stop. Marat Husnedinov scampers his way over the blue line. Veers toward the middle. Fires it across his Middleton. Slap shot stopped. It squirts free and banged in by Middleton. He scores.
Out of their own end. Husnedinov here. Way too much time and space. And then on the backside is Middleton. Look at all the space he has to come down that wing. Players out of position. You see Olivier below the goal line there. And that man, Middleton, comes right down and not only puts that shot in.
Columbus is challenging the play for goaltender interference.
All right. So this is our first challenge of the season. Dean Evason seeing something there.
Kind of shrugged his shoulders as he talked to his assistant coach, Scott Ford. You can see as Harris gets pushed into Tarasov.
It was determined that there was goaltender interference. Minnesota number 94 takes the Columbus defender into the goalie. No goal.
For the Wild. Kaprizov's pass is intercepted, racing back to pick it up with Chinakhov. Jacket shift to offense. Marchenko flying in. Werenski defended by Faber. Back door to the net, and a great save made by Gustavsson. Maybe the save of the night to this point. Werenski to Sean Monahan. And Gustavsson says no. That was read by Harris. Jack Johnson lugs it to center. Got to gain the red line. Not going to be able to do that. The steal by Middleton. 2-on-1 develops. Middleton fires. Save made by Tarasov. And a huge one in the final minute of the second period.
Because they really would not let the top line of the Blue Jackets get set up. And Jack Johnson was out there with that line. It was a long shift. Really pinned down in their own end. And he was just trying to get the red line here. Middleton jumped all over him. Odd man rush. But Middleton, who's had one taken back here tonight. Getting your stick on pucks, really trying to separate the Wild players from the puck and then taking over from there. So let's see them do that. The battle level, I expect them to go way up here for this third period.
Kaprizov and Zuccarello have such good chemistry together. And then you got a great quarterback in Faber. You got a sharpshooter in Boldy. And this is one of the better power plays in the NHL. It starts with an Eriksson-Ek face-off win. That's the first element. Angled far circle, one-timer score. Didn't take long, and it's Kirill Kaprizov. 2-0 Wild. They score on the 5-on-3.
As this face-off win bounces back, and now Kirill Kaprizov is down deep below that, well below the dot. Almost at the bottom of the circles, you're seeing more and more goals deeper and deeper in the zone, and he's extremely deep. You can see the angle. What a great shot by our camera crew here.
Werenski flicks it to center ice. Jumps the stick of Monahan. John Merrill, a quick up for Zuccarello. 3 against 3. Zuccarello for Kaprizov. Back to Zuccarello to the net. He scores. That's Zuccarello. There's that chemistry with those two. Kaprizov and Zuccarello. So good together, and the Wild are up 3-0.
You can see him bent over as he gets to the bench. Quick transition. And as they come the other way, it's really a 3-on-2. And it's tough on the D. Provorov's got to make his decision. Marchenko's in space, but not really taking anybody. And Zuccarello's got a clear path to the net. Look how much space he's got. And it's just a little forehand, backhand chip. So not a lot of flow to this game. Not a lot of execution when needed as far as passes tape to tape. And that creates just a frustrating environment for this team tonight.
Jack Johnson, heavy hit on Eriksson-Ek. Takes exception there. Here comes Chinakhov, cutting, shooting. He scores! Yegor Chinakhov! 1:25 to go, third period.
I love what he does with this puck. He's got speed, he's got time, and the Wilder to line change. Looks like he runs out of room, but he pauses and cuts just enough. This little pause and cut. He gets away from that stick of Brodin, and that's such a key play. I was waiting for that puck to get ramped out of play, but that little move. Gustavsson and company, stingy all night long.
We'll drop it one more time, and the Minnesota Wild begin the season 3-0-2 with just 11 goals against.